college for men an interesting time in their lives. They are free from their parents, they have a limited amount of responsibilities compared to the average adult, and they have a lot of free time to indulge in certain activities, such as
finding a new hobby, studying, traveling the world, sex, finding a new sport, and alcohol. Lots of alcohol. I mean, lots of alcohol.
when you're entering college, you're expected to indulge in these activities, and I'm not gonna lie, for a short time at the University of Florida, I did too. I wanted to experience the best 4 years of my life because I felt like I was never gonna experience that after I graduated. And Kimmel goes into detail on this in his book Dylan, where, as he states,
It's the boyhood side of continuing their so reluctant to leave. It's the drinking, sex, and video games. It's watching sports, television, cartoons, reality shows, music videos, pizza, and beer. The definition of guideline feeds into the social construction of college today in today's media, as it highlights the concept that men enjoy in colleges, such as drinking, sports, and video games. As I said before, I indulged in guideline for a short period of time and enjoyed it as it validated my masculinity, and I really felt like I was doing college right and did not want such experience to end. I even considered graduating in 4 years instead of 3. I thought I was a part of a group and finally enjoying myself after many years studying to get into the University of Florida. Such a constructed image of college made me realize that I was truly enjoying myself for a short period of time. As I stated before, the theory of social constructionism plays a huge role in the college experience. The theory defines as people develop a knowledge of the world in a social context, and that much of what we perceive as reality depends on shared assumptions. From a social constructionist perspective, many things we take for granted and believe are objective reality are actually socially constructed, and thus can change as society changes. As men tell the stories about their college days, men who are about to enter college are under the assumption that they need to top these stories in order to have a good college experience. This matches the definition of social constructionism, as the men are creating and hyping this image of college being the best 4 years of their life, as they only look at the good times and not the rough times they had when they attended a university. As I continued my indulgence in Guyland, I began to realize I wasn't truly happy. There was something about doing the same events over and over that I just realized was really boring to me. Maybe it was the weak bonds I formed with the people I experienced Guyland with, and having no one really to talk to at a time of need. Although hanging out with the bros was fun, I found nothing meaningful in the interactions we had, and I feel like I was conforming to what college is about and not how really I wanted to go about it. Kimball goes into detail on how I actually felt when he stated, "But Guyland is also a crippling young man, making it more difficult for them to negotiate real relationships." Kimball goes into detail about the negative consequences on how Guyland can negatively affect young men as they are not able to form real relationships. Personally, I went through this while in Guyland, as I felt I was able to have a decent relationship with a person, both with dating and friendships. I had no one. To go to in a time of need, and I was having fun to avoid my problems. The theory of social constructionism plays a huge part in the negative consequences in Guyland, as men believe if they do such activities that is tied to Guyland, they'll be happy, as is what it is said by other men and their experiences. After taking a few months off from the college scene, staying away from the activities I did before the break, and focusing on myself, I found my true sense of masculinity. I got in touch with my emotions, with my fellow college student friends, and told them how I truly felt at the time. I began forming great relationships with people, both men and women, where I can always rely on them in a time of need. And lastly, I took priority of myself in terms of health, after graduation plans, and etc. I broke the concept that Guyland focuses on deeply, never want to leave college. As Kimmel states in the final few pages of Guyland, in the end, we need to develop a new model of masculinity. Young men must understand on a deep level that being a real man isn't going along what you know in your heart to be cruel, inhumane, stupid, and dangerous. Being a real man means doing the right thing and expressing compassion. Kimmel beautifully sums up my transition away from Guyland and the social construction of the college experience. I began to realize I need to stop conforming into what society deems college is about and stick to my guts. I built friendships, did what I like, such as photography, traveling, and so many other things. I was allowed to express my true masculinity as someone who is compassionate, artistic, and not the stereotypical male that society shows that most men are. Although my time in Guyland was short and not enjoyable after I realized I wasn't truly happy,
I do believe it's an important part of a man's life course, as it gives them the time where they can experience if they truly want to be the guy described in the book, where like partying, drinking, sex, and all that. And if not, they're able to transition after college and become a better man.
Let me explain my last point about Galen and their stereotypical image of college when it comes to the life course. Having these experiences could benefit a person for the future as they could improve their social development skills. Personally, for me, before I attended the University of Florida, I was an introvert. I did not socialize with anyone or even try to get close with people as I felt no one would do the same. I only focused on my academic career and band throughout high school, something I regret to this day. So when entering college and going through Galen, it was a turning point in my life as I became more open to people in a talking and interacting sense. I was willing to step out of my comfort zone and have fun for a short period of time. Although I think every male should go through the Galen experience and possibly benefit their socializing skills, I do believe there should be a caution when exploring Galen in a way where it does not harm people such as other men and women. Is to enjoy the drinking, video games, eating recklessly, and etc. like Galen provides them, as they might not have a chance to do so when they're older due to the responsibilities of adulthood. However, they should not fall into a deep set of Galen as it could negatively impact on themselves and the relationships they form with other people. I hope my experiences in Galen and in college help men find themselves without impacting to nobody. College is a stressful time for everybody, as it's the start of your career, whether it's getting your undergrad degree or PhD in the field you're into. With that being said, I do feel as you should still have fun in college, because that's indulging in Galen with all the drinking, eating recklessly, video games, or socializing with other people. We turn adults fairly soon, and with that being said, we won't have enough time to do such fun activities as we will have responsibilities later on, or even families to take care of once we